In this video, I'm going to break apart the top 5 suburbs to consider if you're planning on moving to the Dallas, Texas metro, so you don't have to spend so much time trying to narrow in on the perfect place for you. Hey, it's Michael.caraway. I'm a realtor here in the Dallas, Texas metro, and on this channel, we talk about what it's like to live in the Dallas, Texas metro, as well as where some of the best places are to live so you can find the perfect fit for you. So if you've been doing research on the Dallas, Texas metro, you'll realize just how big it is. It's over 9,200 square miles in the entire metro, so it is massive. And just speaking from experience, when you're moving from out of state and you're trying to figure out where to land, it's extremely overwhelming when you look at every single part of the metro. So in this video, we're going to just focus on the north side, and I'm going to talk about some of the top suburbs that I've heard people talk about and that I do a lot of business in, just to give a little perspective on this north side of Dallas. Now in this video, we're not going to dive super deep into each suburb. It's simply meant to bring awareness to some of the top suburbs that people love here in the North Dallas metro. So take this information. If something sounds interesting, then start diving deeper and do more research on that particular suburb. And make sure to stick around to the end because I'm going to reveal 3 different tools that are going to make your move to the Dallas, Texas metro way easier. Okay, so coming in at number 5 on this list is Prosper, Texas. Prosper is located 37 miles north of downtown Dallas. It's located in Collin County and is just above 380 on the north side. So it is a little bit farther north than a lot of these other suburbs we're going to mention today, but it is a great spot to consider moving to. A lot of the development in the DFW metro is continuing to move farther and further north. Now, Prosper just a few years ago was just a bunch of farmland, but now it's home to some amazing developments and a lot of retail is popping up there as well. But that being said, it is on the very edge, almost to the edge of that development. So if you go much further north, you're going to start getting into more open land and farms and things like that. But it doesn't feel like you're in that if you're in Prosper specifically. Now, just north of Prosper is Salina, and that's kind of hit or miss at this point. There's areas that are really developed and beautiful and have nice homes and all that kind of stuff, but you might have to drive through a few different fields to be able to get from neighborhood to neighborhood or to be able to go shopping and things like that. So something to consider as you move further up north is that you're going to be a little more sparse and a little bit more out of it, but that's not going to be the case over the next few years. We're going to see so much more development go up that way. So definitely consider a move to Prosper. It is a great spot. Now, Prosper is home to more than 34,000 people, and the median household income is $159,164. What I specifically love about Prosper is just how beautiful the homes are. There are some beautiful homes out there, varying in size all over, but that's where you really are getting a lot of the bigger homes, and that was the initial value of Prosper. You know, Prosper is just north of Frisco, so it's kind of one of the first escapes from Frisco if you wanted to get a more affordable, larger home. That's not necessarily the case anymore. People are actually moving up there and the home values are climbing quickly, and it's not necessarily any cheaper to be in Prosper anymore than it is Frisco. But what you're going to see a lot of in Prosper are a lot of the master plan communities. 2 that come to mind right now are Artesia and Windsong Ranch. And Windsong Ranch is an absolute must check out. It has a huge lagoon, a man-made lagoon. It literally looks like you're on the beach. It seems like it would be an amazing thing, an amazing place to live with your family, just from the standpoint of all the amenities in the community and just the beautiful houses around. So absolutely check out Windsong Ranch, as well as a lot of the other master plan communities in Prosper. According to greatschools.org, 92% of schools within Prosper ISD rank above average when it comes to school quality, and the remaining 8% rank as average. So schools are a huge reason why people do move up to Prosper. Now, a quick overview on the housing market in Prosper. The median sales price in January of 2023 was $731,000. The median rent was just over $1,500 a month, and the percentage of rent versus own was 12% renters to 88% homeowners. Now, things to do in Prosper are very limited. You are seeing some retail pop up, so you have places like Home Depot or your grocery stores or fast food restaurants, and some additional restaurants are popping up in that area. But really, if you're going to be in Prosper, if you're going to go out and do something, you're probably going to be going a little bit further south to Frisco, and you're not going to have to go that far. Frisco is just on the other side of 380, and a lot of development is happening on that south side of 380, like the new PGA headquarters and the Frisco Fields development. There is a lot that's going to be within a 10 to 15 minute drive if you do end up living in Prosper. All right, in spot number 4, we have McKinney, Texas. Now, McKinney is located just north of Sam Rayburn Tollway, right along the 75 corridor, and goes all the way north of 380. So it covers a lot of land. McKinney is home to more than 202,000 people, and the median household income is $106,437. There's really two things that I love about McKinney, and the first is their downtown historic district. It's one of the very few places that you can go to and actually have a historic downtown in the North Dallas suburbs, and it's a great time to be able to go out there on the weekend and enjoy all of the shops and the restaurants that are there that you can't really get in a lot of the new development that you see when you go a little bit further south. So downtown McKinney is an absolute must to check out, and it's really nice to be close to that if you do decide to live in McKinney. And the second thing I love about McKinney is that you get a lot lower home prices than you do if you were looking at a Prosper or a Frisco. So it's a huge plus for a lot of people. According to greatschools.org, 46% of schools scored above average in school quality, and 36% scored average. Now, jumping over into the housing in McKinney, Texas, the median sales price as of January 2023 was $499,000, which obviously is quite a bit less than Prosper. So you get a lot more for your money in McKinney. The median rent in McKinney was just over $1,400 a month, and the percentage of renters versus owners in McKinney is 35% renters to 65% homeowners. Now, as far as things to do in McKinney, there's a lot that you can get into, especially if you like the outdoors. One of my favorite places to go is Bonnie Wink. It's a great park, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's a place where you can actually go out and hike, or a place where you can go for a walk around a lake, or go to a dog park, or let your kids play on playgrounds. It's just one of the newer parks in McKinney, and it's really well done, and it's a great place that we like to go. And the second is obviously historic downtown McKinney. It's probably the number one thing to do in McKinney. So again, make sure to check that out if you do find yourself in McKinney. Okay, coming in at spot number 3 is Allen, Texas. Allen is located 25 miles north of downtown Dallas. It's located along the 75 corridor just below Sam Rayburn Tollway. Allen's population is over 106,000 people, and the median household income is just over $118,000. What I personally love about Allen is just how much shopping there is within the community. Even if they don't live in Allen, end up traveling to Allen because there's just so many options to shop here. You know, you have your Allen Premium Outlets, you've got Waters Creek, you've got Allen Town Center, Fairview Town Center just to the north. Tons of things concentrated in this community, and it's definitely a destination that no matter where you land in the Dallas, Texas metro, that you'll probably find yourself at. The other perk I like about Allen is that it's just not as busy as like a place like Frisco, or if you were to get further south towards Dallas. The traffic is not near as bad as what you find in some of those other areas, so that's just another plus of living in Allen. According to greatschools.org, 83% of schools within Allen ISD ranked above average in school quality, and 13% ranked as average. Now, jumping into housing a little bit, the median sales price in January of 2023 was $500,000, so just about right where McKinney landed. The median rent in Allen was just over $1,600 a month, and renters versus owners are 28% renters to 72% homeowners. Now, as far as things to do, I already mentioned all the shopping, so we're not going to spend any time on that, but one of the most unique things that Allen has is a wakeboard park. There's a man-made lake that you can get pulled on a rope by, and actually the wakeboard in this little lake. So it's really cool if you're into kind of action sports or anything like that. It gives you something to do that you're not going to be able to do in any other suburb. Now, coming in at number 2 is Plano, Texas. Plano is located 20 miles north of downtown Dallas and is still located in Collin County, just like a lot of these other suburbs. Plano is positioned just north of President George Bush Turnpike and just south of Sam Rayburn Tollway. Plano has a population of more than 288,000 people, and the median household income comes in at $99,729. Now, I love Plano for a few different reasons, and the first is location. It's really hard to beat the location of Plano. You're further south than all the other suburbs that we've talked about so far, so your proximity to Dallas and a lot of the other suburbs are just, it's way better if you're in Plano. But the other huge win about living in Plano is that you're super close to two of the best places to hang out, in my opinion, which is Legacy West and the Boardwalk. Legacy West is a high-end shopping center that has a ton of shops and restaurants. It's one of my favorite places to go and hang out. And the Boardwalk is this man-made, literally boardwalk that has a bunch of restaurants lined up with patios that overlook this man-made lake. And it's a beautiful way to spend a Saturday. Now, jumping over to schools, according to greatschools.org, 57% of schools in Plano ISD score above average in terms of school quality, and 39% come in at average. Now, jumping into the housing in Plano, Texas, the median sales price as of January 2023 was $473,000. The median rent was just over $1,400 a month, and the number of renters to owners is 42% renters to 58% homeowners. Now, like I mentioned, two of my favorite things to do are going to Legacy West in the boardwalk, but if you're looking to get outside, another great place to visit in Plano is Oak Point Park. It's a nature reserve that you're able to get out and actually experience some hiking in the woods. And they have a beautiful lake that you can walk around as well. So definitely check that out if you're more into the active lifestyle. And Plano also has a downtown area. It's pretty small, but there's some good restaurants there and definitely worth checking out. And with that, we move to spot number 1. And before I reveal that suburb, just remember I'm about to give you 3 specific tools that are going to make your move to the Dallas, Texas Metro way easier. So stick around for that just after I give this next suburb. And that next suburb that lands in the number 1 spot is Frisco, Texas. Frisco is located 28.5 miles north of downtown Dallas. It's actually located in Collin and Denton counties. It's located just west of McKinney, north of Plano, and south of 380. The population of Frisco is more than 210,000 people, and the median household income comes at $134,000. What I love about Frisco specifically is just how new it is and all the new development that's going up there. It is definitely one of the highest growth areas and one of the most in-demand suburbs in all of DFW and even in the US. Frisco's gotten so many awards about being one of the best places to live in all of the US. But that's attracting a bunch of companies and their headquarters to the Frisco area, and that's just spurring all sorts of development. So you're seeing a ton of new places to shop and eat. You're seeing a ton of money being dumped into the parks. So all of them are really well maintained and have a lot of new play equipment for all the kids. So you just see a lot of new development in Frisco, which personally I absolutely love. So it's a great spot from my perspective if you're looking for a suburb that has a lot going on and you like things that are newer around you. Now, jumping into schools, according to greatschools.org, 80% of schools in Frisco scored above average in terms of school quality, and 16% scored average. As far as housing goes, the median sales price as of January 2023 was $705,000, and the median rent was just over $1,600 a month. As far as the number of renters versus owners, 31% are renters and 69% of people in Frisco are homeowners. Now, as far as things to do in Frisco, one of the most unique things is the amount of opportunities for live sports. You've got professional soccer and baseball, as well as basketball and a ton of other sports to be able to watch live all year round. You also have the Star in Frisco, which is the headquarters of the Dallas Cowboys. And it's not just a corporate office. You obviously have a corporate office, but they've also built a town center around it as well. So you have your shops and dining, things to do around that area. It's a really cool spot to check out. Another cool spot to check out if you're into getting into nature is Graham Park. It is the newest park in Frisco, and it is absolutely going to be a massive park. A small portion has already been opened up, and it's got a trail system that's already working, so you can check it out. But it's going to be one of the cool spots in Frisco, so definitely check that out when you do move here. And the last thing I have to mention about Frisco is Stonebriar Mall. Stonebriar Mall is an absolutely massive mall. It's one of the most popular places to go in Frisco, so if you're into shopping, definitely check out Stonebriar. All right, so as promised, I mentioned that there are 3 tools that are going to make your move significantly easier to Texas if you use them correctly. And I know this because there's 3 tools that I used. The first tool is greatschools.org. Greatschools.org has a lot of great information on the different school districts and each particular school, like specific schools that your house might actually route to. So it has a lot of helpful information. It gives you a lot of context as to what the schools are like. Now, please keep in mind that it's not fact and there is a lot of opinion-based things on there. So just keep that in mind as you're going through that. It is a good reference to at least start exploring that information with. The second is niche.com. This is a resource that ranks all the different suburbs around the Dallas, Texas Metro and any metro for that matter, but it is able to give you a little bit more of an objective view on the different areas of life, such as safety, schools, things to do, housing, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of information on niche.com, so make sure to reference that as you're trying to figure out where to move in Dallas. And the third tool is getting connected with a real estate agent that you can trust. Now, my wife and I know this because we did this exact same thing. It was super helpful. When we were moving from Colorado to Dallas, we synced up with the real estate agent right away because we knew that we didn't know the area well. And so we just needed to be able to tell somebody, what the lifestyle was that we liked so that they could tell us what areas we should narrow in on. So no matter where you are in the process, reach out. One of my favorite things to do is to figure out what your life is like and what the things are that you like to do, so we can try to figure out the perfect fit for you as far as places to live in the Dallas, Texas metro. So shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email anytime. Seriously, I'm here to help you find the perfect place to live in the Dallas, Texas metro. Until next time, I'll see you later.